Hey guys, and welcome to a very new interview. I am your lovely host, Rin, from the Rin's Art Cafe channel, and this is my lovely guest, Daphinia Paal. You may introduce yourself.
Hi guys, I am Daphinia. People call me Daffy or Daff. And thank you for having me.
You're welcome. So, before we begin, I would like to say a few things. Anything mentioned in this video is just our opinion, so don't go sending any hate to anyone mentioned in this video or featured in this video. Thank you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and leave your comments in the comment section down below. But keep it civil, guys. Okay, so Daphnia, tell me a bit about yourself. Where did you grow up?
I grew up in Suriname, Paramaribo, in the north, Blaugrond. And we lived there until I was 14, and then we moved to Quetta. That was about the rest of my life. And now I'm back in the north, up Blaugrond.
So tell me, what are your favorite experiences growing up there?
I think it was playing outside with the neighbors' kids, and most of us are like a family. And even after all these years going back, it's like I'm welcome home. I think that's the most loving part about that. They're still cohesive as neighbors living like a family.
It's
Of course, you
always
have
nice.
exceptions
Yeah,
to the rules, but we try not to focus on those exceptions.
like the exceptions will always be there, but as
Focus
long as
on
you
the
guys are
positive.
positive, yeah, as long as you guys
Mm-hmm.
focus on the positive. My brain
Mm-hmm.
is at the moment switching between Dutch and English.
Sorry, ma. That's me. I think last night someone asked me if I speak a lot of English. I was like, not necessarily, but I do combine English and Dutch a lot.
Yes,
It's
that's the
it's
thing.
it takes a bit more from me to stay in one of these languages, but I always combine them.
Exactly, and especially since they're similar languages, you're going to
Mm-hmm.
keep switching in between them, especially if you know the other person speaks
Mm-hmm.
Dutch and English as well. You're
Mm-hmm.
you're of course your brain is like going, should I say it in English? Should I say it in Dutch? They'll understand me, but everybody watching this is probably gonna be like, what did she say?
I'm sorry. But it happens
You
for
don't
me.
have
It
to
happens a lot.
apologize.
I always switch between the two. Maybe I can have a subtitle in English.
And then I'm gonna have subtitles as well at that point.
For the help, yeah. Switching between the languages is for me not a problem. What I don't like is when you switch to, let's say, English but with a Dutch accent. That's 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 laster.
It sounds wrong for some reason.
Yeah,
Like
it's weird.
English with a Dutch accent. But no
Yeah,
hate.
yeah.
It's cute sometimes. So, why did you choose the career path you are on today? What inspired you to go in that direction?
Well, the thing was, I was always into sports and fitness for as long as I can remember. I was a child, I wanted to be a gymnast, and my parents let me take swimming lessons. And then I wanted to dance, but dancing does not like me. And at that point in life, as little as I was, I didn't know where they had dance classes, so that was that. And I didn't really do anything about what I wanted. I always did what my parents let me do. And but it was always I think for a part in my life I did soccer with the neighbors' kids in the streets. It was always climbing trees, sports, moving, and I think in my 20s I became interested in the gym. and then I did that for a part. But I always had this, I'm doing what I think I should do, but I know it's not the right thing to do. And I it was a friend of mine that posted his certificate that he had. He became a fitness teacher, a certified fitness teacher, and I was like, oh, I want to do that. So he linked me to the school where he did that, and I signed up. And it was a friend of mine that was taking pole classes, and she said, "Oh, I'm doing something new. I'm taking pole classes." So I was like, "I want to do that," but I'm a shy person. Not always, but when it kicks in, I can be really awkward. So she gave me the number of the pole teacher back then, and I think I had a number for 2 weeks, and I didn't call. I didn't have the guts to call. And when I had the guts, I did, and I signed up for pole classes. I think after 1 month, I was like, I all my money I had at that time, I put on the table, and I was like, I want to come every day. And that was the beginning of everything. Not long after taking classes, I taught my first class, but it was in a fun setting, and it started from there. Fast forward to here we are now.
Are you the only one who teaches pole dancing in Suriname at the moment, or are there others as well?
As far as I know, I'm the only one.
Hmm.
There's the only one with a school at least.
Oh, the only one with
That
a
is
school.
teaching. Yes, maybe someone does. I don't know, in their free time. That is possible. There are a lot of people who took the pole classes in the first pole studio we had. So maybe, but as far as I know, I'm the only one. The one I took my classes when I was starting with my business, getting everything ready, they closed and the lady moved back to the Netherlands. So now I'm the only one, I think.
Yeah, because currently I have seen like a rise in people taking pole classes. There has been like an interest in that as well. And of course we know that there is also like a stigma behind it as well, because it's usually
Mhm.
associated with the
Strippers.
with strip clubs,
And
yes.
yes, there is, and it's not just in my country, but all over the world. But there are different types of pole dancing. That's what I always explain to people. You have different types of pole dancing. You have the erotic version, the sexy version, and you have the artistic version, the art version, and you have the sport version. And I do a sporty version, and the reason why I did it is one, because I cannot dance. Trust me, I cannot dance, so I won't be able to teach dance. And the second reason is in a small country like where I live, the only way they know pole dancing is the sexy version of pole dance. So instead of giving them the dance and the sexy version, I'm choosing the other side of it. No one knows you can train yourself with pole dancing. No one knows how strong you can become, how flexible, the benefits of pole dancing. So I'm bringing that to the front, and that's why I chose the sporty version of pole dance.
And I actually really love that, because I know in places like China, there people are like trained for like there are like how do you say, competitions for pole dancing actually.
Not just in China, all over the world.
Yes, all over the world. But like the one from China comes to mind because like I saw a video about it like a few years ago, and I saw like there were like these groups of women and men doing it, and it was like mentioned in like an interview.
Mhm. You have different types of federation that the federations that organize the pole competition, but you have one, the main international pole sports federation, and they are trying to get pole dancing into the Olympics. Their competitions are a tad different too. That's why they do just the artistic type of pole. You can include nothing sexy into your routines. The clothes are while they're still short because you need your skin to stick to the pole. You will see that it's a different type. It's still niches.
It's still modest.
Ik wilde die hele zin switchen naar het Nederlands. Ja. Je merkt duidelijk een verschil. Zie je, I'm switching again. Je merkt duidelijk een verschil between the two styles in pole dance. And I think that's for me. I do not judge, not even the strippers who use the pole, because a stripper doesn't necessarily need a pole. Stripping is taking your clothes off in a sexy way.
Yeah.
And you have strippers who use the pole, and pole dancers, sexy pole dancers that do not strip. So I don't judge, I respect everyone, but it's really not for me. What we do in the studio, from time to time we do have fun, and we try to do a sexy routine. Emphasis on the try, because I we do try to have fun in that way, but that's not the main focus of,
Yes, and especially like now there's like a rise in people actually wanting to learn this, and especially me, I want to learn it like as a sport, maybe have a little bit of fun with it. But like when I was like a lot like younger, I always thought about that aspect. Like I knew it that wasn't all it, because this takes like a lot of training to do as well. Lots of work you have to put into, because it's also a sport. It's not just there's not just the
being
sexy
sexy.
version.
And even the sexy version, you really have to train hard to do the moves so comfortably you can be sexy in them. So I can teach you the move, and then you decide how you put it in a routine. If you want to do it sexy, you want to do it in a hip hop version.
Because people like have been talking, they're just like, oh, I can just like skip school and I can go to like a place like this and become like a stripper or whatever. But or they're like, I'm gonna skip gym class and do that. I'm like, but you do realize you're gonna need that, like if you're gonna like work
Right.
the pole, right? So yeah, then like I don't really like understand that logic behind doing that. So yeah, but either
Usually,
way,
when you have a certain type of opinion or a mindset, whenever they sign up for a pole class, they see it's something. I had that a lot of women signing up for pole classes and coming into my class, and after I think 2 lessons, or maybe sometimes even the first lesson, they be like, whoa, this is really a sport. I thought it was going to be easy. And
yeah,
I'm like,
exactly that.
you haven't seen nothing yet. It is really hard. The warming up is very, very intensive. I need to get everything loose. I need to get you stronger so you can start the moves. And I have that. A lot of people are scared too because they think they'll break their neck. But it's irresponsible of a teacher to let you hang out upside down on one leg on the first day. We start easy, we start slow. In my class, we start by walking around the pole, getting used to holding the pole, feeling the pole, walking around the pole. That's day one. But it gets a lot more difficult in the first month already. So they'll learn.
Yes, and I myself would really like to learn more as well. Like when you first started out, what was
Oh my
the
God, ik was
first
ebbe.
technique you started with?
Ik was ebbe. Geloof me. I, echt. Ik was echt ebbe. And even after starting and teaching, I wasn't as graceful as I am now. Trust me, it took a lot of practice and a lot of repetition. And I remember my first day, and that was in the other studio they had dancing, and because I wanted to be in the same class as my friend who started, I think, a month earlier before me. So on my first day, they were doing a routine, and they were, I think, half of the routine already. So I came in and I was like, no, I want to do her class. I want to be with her in one class. And I came in and she did a thigh hold, a swinging, a spinning thigh hold. And I was like, okay, so I have to follow all of that because I put myself in this class. And I told you I cannot dance. So it was a combination of a whole lot of failed dancing move, trying to be sexy, and a whole lot of pole moves I could not do. It was bad. Ik heb een friend, ze hield een filmpje van onze first routine. And from time to time, she sends it to me. And I'm like, if this video leaks, I'm suing you. Because it was really bad. It was really, really bad. Vergeleken met wat ik allemaal kan now and my first month. So, in time, practice does make perfect.
How long have you been doing this actually?
I started classes in 2012, and I think maybe in 2013 I started teaching, and I did that and followed taking classes for my level, and that was until 2016. I think I was 3 months pregnant with my son, and then I stopped. I stopped for 2 years, and my own studio I opened in 2018 or something like that.
Yeah, because I've seen like friends of mine go to your school, to your studio as well, and
No,
they had like a lot of fun.
no. Who
Yeah,
are your friends?
Ishan. He was
We?
on Ishan. He
Oh,
was
Ishan. Yes,
yeah,
yes.
he was in an
I like
episode on my
Ishan.
channel as well.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yes, 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 I saw. I like Ishan. But he, on his first day, he and his friend, they had a lot of fun. But it's cool hanging out with them from time to time. I invite them and then we have fun. We have a pool jam session and we have fun.
Like I really like what he's been doing. Like he's also been helping out
Mm-hmm.
others and volunteering and promoting people's businesses. Like I really like it, and he's also been posting
Mm-hmm.
his art,
Kind hard.
and
Kind
I
hard. I
really
really
love it.
like Ishan. I stalked him. I followed him on TikTok for a while, and always laughing. I remember one video where he had it's just a leg. He pulled his leg up in a car and was stretching, and I was like, you know what? I need to contact this guy. So I sent him a message on TikTok, but on TikTok, if the person's not following you, the message won't
Then it
deliver.
won't.
So
Yeah.
I screenshot the message, and then I looked for him on Instagram, and then I sent him the screenshot. I was like, listen, I'm stalking you. I sent you a message, but because you can't see the message, I'm sending you a screenshot here. And he replied and he was like, oh my God, thank you so much. Oh my God, you pole dance. And I was like, you know what, we need to link up. And he was like, yes, let's do it.
Yeah, because I also like this because it's also being like in a way destigmatized in Suriname as well. Because
Mm-hmm.
yeah, we aren't that modern there, so
Mm-hmm.
people aren't new to these modern ideas. They are new
Mm-hmm.
to these modern ideas, not aren't they? Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
and I actually like contacting people who are doing this with like sports and what and stuff in that direction because I feel especially now
Mm-hmm.
in this time uh people are actually like looking for stuff to do and stuff to practice and be good in and something that they actually feel that fits them more.
Yeah. I do have that. It's remarkable that most of my students, to say it in a blunt way, are sport misfits. And I do say that because they want to move, want to be healthy, want to do something fun and with their life. But the usual normal sports we're used to are not things for them. They don't like the gym, and they come and they're like, I want to do something new. Maybe just maybe I will like this. And after 2 lessons they're hooked. I'm like, I'm so happy I came. And what we do like is because pole is a stigma, you have that the pole community, they really stick together. I can join a group and you'll have pole dancers from all over the world, and I can post anything like I need advice or some bad experience I have had with someone, and I'll get the support from people I don't even know, just because we know we felt, the hate sometimes, the criticism. That's something I do really do like about the community. We do stick together and help each other and support each other. And that's ook in mijn studio. Wat je meestal hebt is dat vrouwen onzeker zijn en zeggen, yes, but I have stretch marks. I have decoloration in my thighs, and a whole lot of imperfections. And then they come in the studio and they see that no one judges them for their imperfections. And I think that's what satisfies them the most. Everyone is so supportive and loving and not judgmental, because we all know what we go through.
And I like this because this is actually body positivity.
Mm-hmm.
And you're also encouraging people to be fit, to be healthy, and to
Mm-hmm.
just love themselves for who they are, and that they don't have to work.
Mm-hmm. I always
And
use myself in an example. I'm not the most slim person ever. I'm like, look at me. I have stretch marks. My bill is swart. My day is swart. It doesn't matter. You see me complaining. Be happy. You love yourself just the way you are. If you don't love yourself, how do you expect someone to do that for you?
yeah.
So
And
that's one thing I give my students.
yeah, and this is the only body we got here. So if we're not gonna take care of it, then
Mm-hmm.
what's like the point? Like, you
Mm-hmm.
don't want to like hinder yourself while you're still
Mm-hmm.
here.
Yeah, that's what. Helemaal.
And as long as you can be like in Dutch it's like zolang is lekker in je vel zit, as long
Ja,
as you feel like you love your body, you love yourself.
ik moet wel zeggen dat zolang je lekker in je vel zit, moet wel beperkt zijn. Want je kan lekker in je vel zitten, maar je bent dan niet gezond. And the goal is just to be healthy. Dus ik zeg altijd, love yourself the way you are, while working on being the better version of yourself.
Perfect. I love that quote.
Yes.
Thank you. So, what do you feel comfortable about speaking about the negative parts that you have seen while working on something like this, on this part of your career?
For me, ik heb niet echt zoveel van de negative gehad. Wat ik heb gehad is dat mensen denken, oh, so wait, you're a stripper? Are you a hoochie mama? Are you training strippers? That's what I had. That's as negative as I got. And dan heb ik zoiets van, no, we are not stripping. No one is taking off their clothes. What we are doing is training. And then I explain what makes pole dance, just pole dance and pole fitness, different from what you see in the club. That's as far as it got for me.
Yeah.
My son is waking up.
Oh. Should I give you a moment or?
No, it's okay.
All right. So yeah, but I really hope that the stigma around it does die down.
I think it will die down when because now pole dance is a sport officially. It's accepted. It's made a sport. But to get into the Olympics, hou me ten goede hoor. Ik ken de cijfers niet meer uit het hoofd. Maar om in de Olympics te komen moet je like do the sport on 5 continents en in, zeg maar wat hoor, 175 countries, something like that. So what the federatie nu doet is trying to get more pole studios from different countries to join their movement, and then when you do, they accept your pole dance studio as the representing part of their federation in your country. En ze zijn al mooi fair, maar ze hebben wel nog een hele lange weg te gaan to get into the Olympics. And I think, the Olympics is something serious. No one will say, yeah, it's in the Olympics, but it's still stripping. I think when they get get the remark, the stigma will drop for maybe 75%. I think.
Yeah, I would like to see that happen because, yeah, in fact, it's just a sport, but because you have like people because people probably think, yeah, well, you're probably wearing shorts and like a bra or something because your skin needs to like stick to the pole, right? Because to help you with the grip. But people might see that and say, "Oh, well, it's the same," but it's totally different because you also have like swimming, and in swimming you see that
Ik zou
people
dat
don't wear
net
that
zeggen.
much.
En volleybal ook. Volleybal,
Yeah.
gymnastics zijn ze ook in. Wel, het is een leertaart als ik me niet
Yeah,
vergis.
it's a leotard.
En die dingen zijn ook best kort. Maar bij gymnastics, en je moet kijken, de moves van gymnastics, pole dance, aerial silks, the hoop, the lyra hoop, and the pole dance, they're all the same moves. The only thing is that you do it with a different object. By pole is it the pole, by silks is it silk. So why judge the one and not the other? I mean, let's talk about belly dance.
Yeah.
Belly dance was used in the clubs way back in the day too, and belly dance was made for seducing the men. Why is just pole dancing bad? I really you can change the way everyone thinks.
Yeah,
So
you can't change the way everyone thinks. It's their personal choice. You just
mhm,
gotta keep doing you.
exactly. You can lead a horse to water, but you can make it drink. I'll give
Yeah,
you all the information. What you do with it is totally up to you,
exactly.
and work with the people who do believe you.
At the moment, for the situation that we're in now with the Mexican beer company, um, have you like tried different? Are you still getting as many students, or have you had to compromise in a certain way so you can still get students, or did you completely stop for a little bit?
What with COVID now?
Yeah.
I when we first had COVID, I closed my studio, but it was new, and we still had to get used to know what impact it will have on our country compared to the other countries. It was new. We still had to find our way. So I closed down during the lockdown. I mean, you can't expect people to come during a lockdown. So for the most part, we did. But for now, I open my studio. The only thing I have is that for our lockdown is 7 o'clock now. It starts at 7. So if I have classes, I have to stop at least a quarter past 6. And the reason why I have my classes now, although most gyms are closed, is one, it's an individual sport because you're on your pole just on your own. My windows are open, and the main reason why I open my studio is because the way I am cleaning is with Symbio Shield. I don't know if you know Crystal. That's a company in Belgium that invented Symbio Shield, and Symbio is cleaning with a bio product. So that product contains probiotics and prebiotics, and the probiotics are good bacteria, and the prebiotics are sugar for the good bacteria to stay alive. So I clean my studio with that, meaning if a virus or bad bacteria came into my studio, it's eliminated right away. So we are protected in my studio. I have a shield. So no reason for me to close my studio. Plus, I have bills to pay. I'm a single mom. I need to pay my bills.
Yeah.
No one will support me. So I have to work. The only thing I strive for is that we keep each other safe.
Yeah.
Don't come if you're sick. Don't hug your friends. Leave when you're done. And we work with alcohol for probably the whole class. So it is basically kind of impossible for someone's germs to get on your skin or something like that.
Yes, because I heard like in places like California, they had to shut everything completely down. In other countries,
Mm-hmm.
there are like restaurants, they're actually losing money, and
Mm-hmm.
it's
I
harder
did.
for them to keep up.
I did. I lost a lot of clients. Before the first COVID victim here, I had 108 students. And now I think I have 40, maybe between 40 and 50 students. So I
Yeah,
lost a lot.
and that's
And the
actually
exchange rate. The
and
exchange rate is very high.
and that's actually like just making stuff worse for everyone in the country itself.
Mm-hmm.
And especially the fact like if you're just gonna sit inside all the time and you're not gonna be able to like do fitness and stuff like that, in a way your body is just gonna become a lot more susceptible to
Unhealthy.
something like this.
Mm-hmm,
So
mm-hmm,
uh when something happens, you won't be as prepared for it, like your body won't be
mm-hmm,
in like a good shape.
mm-hmm. For you to protect and fight the virus
Yeah,
if you
if you
get
get it,
infected.
because I've heard from many people that that they tested positive
Mm-hmm,
and that they're worried.
mm-hmm.
But let's all hope for the best.
Yes, of course. For me, I'm not really someone that I don't stress a lot. So I try to take it day by day. I mean, like, why would you get yourself let yourself slip into a depression? But I do get that not everyone is that easy or takes things as lightly as me. So I do understand that some people they have no hope or don't know how to get
Yeah,
by. But stressing about it only
it makes it
worsens
worse.
everything.
Yeah,
Yes. So clear your mind. I would say clear your mind. Take a step back, evaluate the situation, and look for a solution.
yeah, because things like physical exercise are important. Going outside are actually important
Mm-hmm.
for your mental health as well. And the way stuff has been going with staying inside the whole time, it's
Mm-hmm.
actually also taking its toll and doing its damage onto people, which is
Jump
actually,
rope,
yeah, it
jump rope,
helps.
do jumping jacks, walk in the yard. If you have a yard, do push ups. Do something to keep moving.
At least that will help definitely. Like for anybody watching this who like feels a little bit trapped, like
Mm-hmm.
that will really help them out.
Put out a good song and do a lot of jumping jacks and challenge yourself every time. Rest the moment. If you did 30 jumping jacks and that was your max, take a rest and challenge yourself to do 35, something like that. And start with push ups. Usually, push ups are difficult. Start with push ups, start with two, add one every time, put on a good song, dance, move, do something to keep yourself going.
Thank you. And so are there any other hobbies that you do besides having to do also with your career in
Plus,
fitness?
what's a here?
Do you have other hobbies that you do as well besides your career in fitness, having to do with your career in fitness, like something else separated from
I
it?
do have another job. I do have another job. I work for Matrax Services, and that's the company that works with Symbio Shield. That at the moment I'm in the sales department and trying to get, because that is kind of a lifesaver. If we do protect ourselves the 100% natural way, then we don't have anything to fear. So that's what I'm doing now. And for um, hobbies, I like reading, but it does has to be a storybook. I don't like literature. It's sci. So right now I'm reading the Bridgerton books.
Mm.
I'm in book one. At book one, I started I think 2 days ago or something like that. I like music and dancing, although dancing does not like me.
Mm.
I love nature, but that's a bit on the low now since we have the lockdown, and during the work
Yeah.
days I work, and on the weekends I'm tired. But I love the nature. I love a good sunset. I love to chase the sunset. So that's how I make myself happy.
That's lovely. I love to hear that.
Thank you.
Like, because I love nature as well, and I love walking outside, seeing like the birds, and it just and just taking in the fresh air
Mm-hmm.
where you can at least get it. It just makes it all the better.
Yes.
What is your favorite food, or where is like the favorite place you would like to eat?
My favorite food is soto. Oh, so I can eat soto every day. Give me a moment. Come here, babe.
Aww.
Ay, soto. Oh, and anything masala. Well, let's not say anything because I only eat chicken, beef, and sometimes pork, but I don't think I ever did pork masala. But masala, chicken, beef. Oh, and my new thing I like is bucking met
Oh, that's a good one.
met dal. Oh
Oh,
my god.
fried or
That's
cooked egg?
what's again?
Boiled, fried or boiled?
Boiled and then fried and done in your bucket
Oh,
and done met
and
dal.
oh,
Oh
yeah,
my
that's a
god.
good one.
That's really a good one. Ik vind a garlic naan bread ook echt lekker.
Ah, yes. And there's like also aloo paratha. Have you heard of that one? It's like the like roti but filled with potato.
Ja.
Do you like
Ja,
that
toch? En
one?
dan wordt hij
Yeah.
gemalen en dan erin gezet, toch?
Yeah.
Heerlijk gewoon. Echt, echt heerlijk.
So for my few last questions, I have: are there other
Mhm.
projects that you're currently working on, or
Um, well, yeah, my new job. My goal is to lead the whole team, and I'm new, so I have to learn everything about the company and the product, and grow from there. And in my business, my goal is to expand into aerial.
yes? And is there any other way, any other direction you want your career to go to in the future? Maybe something
Um,
that you want to do with it?
well, I'm a medical massage therapist in training, so that's something I would like to add to my resume.
And if you get the chance with your school to enter in the Olympics for Suriname,
Um, for me, no. But if I have to train someone, sure.
all right.
I don't do competitions, but
Mm,
I can train someone. Mhm.
because yeah, Suriname does have like a lot of potential for people doing like
Mhm.
sports and stuff.
Mhm.
Because we've seen like in the Olympics,
Mhm.
yeah, most of the people who usually work well have been like people from Suriname
Mhm.
and
I would. What
leading
I
it.
think is the problem. in our country, and that's why when they move to a different country, you see how well they excel. I think the discipline, we have a lack of discipline here, and from experience of the that voor wat ik heb gezien, I think dat men niet op de juiste manier traint. Ik denk, voor mij, denk ik dat dat het probleem is. Dus als we gaan werken aan onze discipline en onze manier van trainen gaan veranderen, dus op de juiste manier trainen. Want kijk, voor me, when we have fun, ik kan bijvoorbeeld ook in mijn studio zijn met een blikje bier. We're having fun. I'm not training for a competition. But when you train for a competition, zijn dat geen dingen die je kan doen. Je gaat ook niet 2 weken voor de competition gaan trainen. De mensen zijn jarenlang bezig met een bepaalde routine. Voordat ze de competition hebben. Dan kan je niet 1 of 2 maanden daarvoor gaan starten met krachttraining, want je wil winnen. Dus ik denk dat dat veranderd moet worden, the way they train, en dat ze die discipline moeten gaan aankweken.
That's a pretty good answer. Like from there have been like people here on the show itself who have been talking about putting that in Suriname as well, like starting that more, getting people like from a young age, more discipline, more training, because that is something that we actually lack, and people are looking for that as well.
Ik denk ook dat het incorporeerd moet worden in onze schooling system. Kijk, gym bij ons is slap eigenlijk. Het is gewoon bewegen. Maar als je het vergelijkt met het buitenland, dan heb je dat ze al at a young age al hun talenten kennen en dan wordt het gelijk geëxploit. En dan daar krijgen ze de discipline om verder te gaan. Maar hier ben je tot een bepaalde leeftijd eigenlijk gewoon aan het rennen op een veld. En een paar oefeningen ben je aan het doen. De gym teacher of school gym teacher is niet eens op een bepaalde manier getraind. Dus dan kan je ook niet van die persoon verwachten dat ze een bepaalde discipline gaan kunnen pompen in het kind. Dus het moet bij de core aangepakt worden. We kunnen eigenlijk onze sporters niet kwalijk nemen. Het is de persoon die ze begeleidt die dat uit ze moet halen. Ik ga niet veel jakken. My ladies, as fun as I can be, ik ben heel erg streng met mijn dames. Ik zeg ze altijd, ik train warriors. We hebben een bepaalde attitude hier in Suriname. Ja, je bent vrouw, je mag niet zwaar optillen. Je moet dit niet doen. Je weet, we worden basically gebabied in het leven. Ik heb echt zoiets van, hier in mijn studio gaat dat niet. Je gaat hard werken voor wat je wil. En ik drill ze ook echt. Ik vertel ze niet wanneer ik ze ga drillen. We komen gewoon en plotseling, hey dames, dit gaan we doen. En iedereen wordt gedrild. Maar als je ook kijkt naar hoe gauw ze progress hebben, hoeveel progress ze hebben in die tussentijd, dan zijn ze eigenlijk, ze hebben niets te complainen, basically. Dus ik denk dat dat veranderd moet worden bij onze sporters.
Yeah, they see the results themselves, and that is what I like to hear. That is what I like to see being done more in Suriname, because there is potential, but the way it's being done, like how you...
Het moet beter gemanaged worden.
Exactly.
En ze moeten natuurlijk ook winnen, want ik kan je zeggen, ik ga je drillen en we gaan dit doen en we gaan dit doen. Maar als jij een bepaalde attitude hebt, dan kom je ook niet verder.
And practice makes progress. And for the last question I have, do you have any other advice you would want to give to like someone that's starting out with this, or
I would say follow your dream. Of als je een dream hebt, make a plan. Work on it every day. En probeer niet alleen te focussen op de main goal. Probeer tussentijdse doelen te zetten. En then you work on it. En wat ik ook uit ervaring heb, ervaren, is dat when you go for something and you fail, failing is not an issue. Failing maakt je beter. Maar als je merkt dat het na de 2e keer nog steeds verkeerd gaat, dan change the way you do it. Want als je iedere keer of doet wat je altijd hebt gedaan, dan krijg je het resultaat dat je altijd hebt gekregen. So wanneer je ziet dat je iedere keer failed, change your ways. And keep working hard Because life is not easy. Mijn zoontje is 3 jaar en ik train hem al op een bepaalde manier. Ik heb één rol thuis in de studio. Don't tell me you can do it. Hoe bedoel je dat je het niet kan? Er zijn mensen met beperkingen die dingen doen die ik zelf niet kan. Dus hoe bedoel je dat jij het niet kan? Why limit yourself with I cannot do that? It is possible that iets niet lukt, but then you work on it until you can do it. Dat moet je motto zijn, vind ik.
Yeah, because I've heard people say you need talent to do this or you need talent to do that, but that
not
doesn't always
everyone
have to
is
be the
born
case.
with. Yeah, and not everyone is born with a certain talent. You train yourself.
Yeah.
En ik denk dat die ambition hebben een beetje meer moet zijn dan de talent. Sommige mensen, kijk, als je de talent hebt, dan kan het. Het is niet standaard. Het kan een beetje makkelijker gaan als je de talent hebt. When you have the knack for it. Maar dat hoeft niet altijd de case te zijn. Train yourself. En als je niet oppast, ga je het zelf beter doen dan de persoon met de talent.
Yes, because in some cases people can be like, "Oh yeah, I have the talent. I don't have to train that hard," and that is why the nekslag actually komt. Because they're gonna rely on, "Oh, I don't have to train. I can do it in one go." But you're actually wasting your talent that way.
Ja, wat ook gebeurt is, ja, ik kan het doen, dus eigenlijk hoef ik niet te trainen nu. Wait, that's what you said. Of wat ze ook verwachten is dat omdat ze het soort van al kunnen, dat ze een shortcut krijgen naar. Ja, maar ik hoef niet te auditionen, want ik kan het toch al. Kan je me die rol niet gewoon geven? Nee.
I'm like, no.
No.
That's not how things work.
Ja, precies. Heel soms heb je dat mensen je benaderen met I think you're good at this, do you want this role? That happens. But you still need to audition.
Yes, of course. And with that being said, thank you for taking part in this interview. I really loved having you here. Yeah, in a way, I believe that you're gonna open up people's eyes more to seeing this sport the way maybe the way you see it or in a different way.
Yes, tenminste, dat hoop ik. Dat hoop ik. Ik weet niet of ik zou zeggen dat dat mijn goal is. Of mijn main goal is. Want ook in life, ik heb vaak dat mensen me zeggen, you are unique. I don't try to be unique. I try to be myself. En dat komt vaker over als uniek zijn. Dus ik laat de mensen gewoon de andere kant zien. En ik hoop dat ze begrijpen dat pole dance niet alleen bestaat uit strippen.
Yes. And thank you for being here.
Yes, you're welcome, and thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Bye.
And we will do this again some other time. Depends on if stuff changes in the future. We'll see where our paths take us.
Yes, definitely.
For everybody else, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment down in the comment section down below. Please keep it civil. And thank you guys. Have a nice day. Bye, guys.